Crepe Salee that is right at the top of the Steve pyramid at the moment.
Now, here's the thing that I think is interesting, right? Because I've talked to other people that play FGCs around, like, locally, around the world, that kind of thing. Obviously, character picks here are normally completely blind. I really rate Andres on Terry rather than either of the other two into Steve, because of the way that you're like. How do I explain this? So you've got your canceling moves, you've got your F tilts, your jabs, your down tilts, that kind of stuff. On all of the other characters, if you do it into like Shoryuken or Hadouken, you're putting in tons of end lag. Whereas what Terry can do is you can cancel off the blocks like any other FGC can, but then you do a crack shot or a burn knuckle. You pierce the block and then you go on to hit the Steve. You get advantage, literal advantage, for breaking Steve's bunker.
I think also the fact that, again, speaking for somebody who doesn't play FGCs, but I imagine the fact that you've got that little bit more flexibility, you've got more of that air mobility, even if you're not sure necessarily what character your opponent's going to go, I feel like Terry has got less of a volatile matchup chart to the point where I can go Terry and realistically it's probably going to do at least okay into this character. Oh my goodness, but 3 attempts in a row to kill the Steve, and Steve just not having any of it, not being hit by the Buster Wolf, not being hit by the Power Geyser, and Andres just approaching Crepe in the corner, and there we go, Crepe just very much happy and not quite having the timing ready. A bit of a roll of the eyes there from Andres as he loses his first stock.
Random ass charged rising tackle to counter the minecart. I love that. I'm adding that to my arsenal personally. But like, that was incredibly fun to see. But what isn't incredibly fun to see if you're Andres is that Crepe Salee has diamond. That you may have taken the stock, but you are starting to lose the war. Crepe Salee just backpedals again. Andres takes that moment to try and think of what's my approach option. Does find it, but instead gets wobbled against the wall for 90%. Andres is going to be feeling that one in the morning.
It is so difficult. These characters that have to directly, they don't have those prominent disjoints. They have to just fight Steve hand to hand. And unfortunately, and a shield break on top. Get your new diamond tools, get that up smash going. And Crepe Salee is looking incredible in this game one. Andres has got to find something. And I think that's another thing as well, is that the typical conversions that I'm just feeling like Andres is not quite, I don't know, whether it's just a lot of misinputs, I don't know what's happening, but there seem to be a lot of moments where Andres is not quite looking as clean as he normally does, which I feel like in a matchup against Steve, where one mistake can cost you 90% like we just saw, I feel like your inputs need to be on point, and Daleks, we're just not seeing it here.
Yeah, we just aren't. We also aren't seeing this massive use of Go that you really love to see in a game of Terry Bogard. It's Crepe Salee that has got that coverage of the ledge, tries to find the F-Smash, Andres is ready for it, just about works around it. Power Wave is coming out. It's a nice use of it as well, because it will stop that minecart's approach, and Crepe Salee just kind of has none of it, swinging that pickaxe even though actually using that diamond is that confident they aren't going to drop this stock. They want to keep these tools intact. They want their kill power ready to rock. And with how this is going, I really can't blame them. Andresfn has to make this back and has to make a big play soon, because Crepe Salee is once again building up to having diamonds in the inventory. If you can kill them now, they've lost their most powerful killing and damaging tool, and doesn't have really have a chance to get it back. But Joycey, it just doesn't look like it's happening.
It's so devastating to see just these literal walls that Crepe Salee is putting up. Finally, Burn Knuckle is going to stop powering through that minecart, but this is the scary part, right? However, a lack of resources isn't going to matter when you use the last of your iron to seal Andres' fate. And we were beginning to see the start of something, right? And that's something that Andres is very good at, just taking those moments and really precisely calling out a direct option. He's more than happy to not only go for sort of, those option coverage options where it's, 2 or 3, but particularly against a character like Steve, where you've got to be so precise with that minecart spacing. The fact that he's willing to go for it shows an element of confidence in the matchups, but there is a big difference between confidence and arrogance.
That definitely is. I'm interested to see how Andres deals with this, because as I said, I personally believe, and other Terry, other FGC players I've spoken to, are also very much of the mindset of, in this matchup, we rock with the Terry. We love how easy we can burst through those blocks. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're sticking with it. Crepe Salee, obviously, with how we are running EU rule set here, I believe, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So in this scenario, Crepe Salee would have to announce a character switch before Andres would have to switch his own. So because Andres is sticking with the Terry, we know Crepe Salee is rocking with just the Steve. And so even though they are taking this moment, it's not to like ponder a switch. I think this is just a pure momentum thing. I think this is a mental, okay, give me a second. Like, let me reset.
Yeah, it's a really, really difficult scenario because, yeah, at this point, Andres will have, you know, a slight counter pick advantage. I mean, the thing is, Terry does quite well into Wario anyway, so it feels as if Andres may just sort of rock with the character all the way through unless things are getting really dire. And we're already seeing a bit of a better start until he blew up the TNT, looking like Wile E. Coyote out here, but certainly going to be aiming to have that little bit of difference. And we're seeing it already, a lot more aggression coming out from Andres. And Crepe Salee already feeling that teeny bit of pressure, not being able to mine as many resources as they potentially want to. And this is the thing with Andres, he's more than happy to just jump over the wall, break through the wall. No matter the wall, I am breaking that thing down and I'm here to fight you, sir.
Yeah, always trying to get in the face at any option, but I also love that sometimes Andres does just wait. You see a wall go up and he's like, all right, I'm going to take my time so that then you're left wondering what my option is going to be rather than just going straight for it and then you can react to it instantly. Love that little get off the ledge option. Does keep going intact, but Crepe Salee chases, finds the pickaxe to the dome, taking that stock. It's 3 stocks to 1, but Andres says no. Tries to find the reversal, tries to even this out at the moment's notice. Just swinging these burn knuckles. Sometimes a burn knuckle in raw, neutral will do everything, but Crepe Salee almost even finds a kill off of a jab in neutral. This character is a bit much, some might say.
It's a rather ridiculous character, and there we go. Again, that aggression that we're seeing from Andres, just more than happy. But was it worth it? It just wasn't worth it in the end, was it? Just, I love the attempt. I love, again, that showing of aggression, trying to install fear into Crepe Salee, saying, no matter the situation, I'm happy to chase you down. But if you're willing to chase down into the blast zone and you follow Steve there... Oh, but do it again! Just do it again. Andres not letting the SD shake him in the slightest and just evening it up in the blink of an eye, Daleks.
Yeah, Terry up air and Terry neutral.
Oh,
no, the stage is back here! Come back!
Oh, no.
I think there was a stolen jump there that Andres wasn't ready for, and then it's the classic thing of, I've hit jump, why am I not going upwards? Oh, I'm falling. I'm falling, I'm deep. Oh no.
Yeah, and it's so... I mean, Andres is right at the top, you know, undisputed top 2 in Spain. Being in this situation probably way more times than I can count. You've got to keep your mental, and it is so hard when you're playing a character like Steve, who a lot of players do find tilting to fight against. You know, you've got to have that discipline, that strict game plan against Steve in order to succeed. And not only have you got to execute that perfectly, but you've got to keep your brain in the game. And particularly with a player who likes to be as aggressive as Andres, it's going to be a real challenge for him to keep that discipline when every single instinct is telling you to either unplug or run forward.
Yeah, most definitely. It's looking bleak for Andres. It's definitely going to be a moment of like, I think everything that they need to win is here. All of the pieces of the puzzle are here. In fact, it's all starting to click together. Game 1 was then starting with the corner pieces, Game 2 was filling in the outline, and Game 3 should hopefully be slotting in that missing piece that fell under the sofa. But the question is Andres gonna have that mental fortitude to go searching long enough to find it? Because I feel like if anything is gonna crack the mental wall, it's what happened at the tail end of Game 2, right?
And Crepe Salee as well, surprisingly being the one to take his time whenever it came to just getting back into the game. I saw a bit of a dead look in Andres's eye, as if to say, why am I the one that is waiting for the break to go? I just lost the game and I'm ready to go back in. But of course, at the end of the day, you got a minute, you're allowed to take advantage of it as much as you like. And I love that attempt there from Andres, just trying to save disaster from happening with that down air, but in the same vein, not quite being there. And I think that might have been an attempt on a parry, but not quite working out. And a couple of these TNT interactions, I must say, Daleks, they're looking a little bit strange.
Yeah, speaking of strange, well, that down air popping up into the side B was very premeditated by Crepe Salee, but I also really like it because if it didn't work out perfectly, it's disengaging you from the combat with an active hitbox. So you're either getting out for free or getting damage for free, and I really rate that. But yeah, Andres is kind of seeing TNT, seeing the red of the block, and then going, red, go in, men go in, and then kind of diving at it. And I do respect it. It has a couple times. That's what I was talking about, baby! The comboing off of the blocks, by the way. You can cancel any move if you touch the block. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, it's there are two sides of a really horrible coin, I have to say here.
Yeah.
Just that sort of that almost that euphoria of I finally got that kill, I finally got that lead, I'm in this minecart now, why am I in the blast zone? And oh, it's just a tale as old as time. And I wonder if Andres is deliberately, I mean at 140 I think regardless of your match you're going to be dead, but certainly speaking of regardless of being dead, Crepe Salee giving an example on how exactly to be sent to that bottom blast zone here. But of course, it's Steve and Minecraft being able to get so much damage off so little already. Both of these players, regardless of what's happening, it feels like it's just an instant reset. Okay, back to neutral. It's your turn to do the 0 to death. Would you like to go next? And oh my goodness, just a cheeky little forward smash. But one thing that is interesting here is that for the first time, Crepe Salee is at a deficit and has no resources.
Yeah, has to take that time to build it back up. But the thing is, I think that they're trying to play into the fact that Andres is going to be anticipating them to back off and try and get these resources back, because they are scrapping. They are holding forwards way more than before. They're so happy to try and secure this kill and manages to do it with that gold-plated forward smash. Andresfn loses go meter, loses a big chunk of insane kill power, and loses an advantage, most importantly. I don't think it looks like it matters, Joycey. They're going all in.
Honestly, they are looking so strong at the moment. Even though Andres has got a lead, it feels like it is the Crepe Salee show at the moment. And there is the diamond tools available, and this is where things can get extra scary for Andres. Already a couple of hits, and you're back in even percentages. Ooh, but just a little tap from the neutral air, just about avoiding that minecart situation, but you're not quite dead yet unless you neutral get up into a diamond forward smash. So unfortunate. And that's the thing, so many tricks and traps. You're thinking on the 4th, 5th level of that ledge trap, and at the end of the day, you've forgotten that you are on floor 1 and they're just charging a forward smash in your face, my friend.
It's one of those situations though, like I'll have to watch it back because I'm having that kind of what's it called when you fill in a blank that was never there, like Pikachu having a black stripe on his tail? Mandela effect.
Yeah,
Mandela effect.
yeah.
I'm like, were there blocks behind